Do you remember when there was a whole bunch of hubbub about Sam Bankman-Fried because a lot of people put their money into an asset that they thought was going to be not speculative, and then there was some seeming mismanagement of funds where the speculative aspect wasn't able to be returned in the ways that people expected it to be. That's kind of happening with a lot of the top AI companies where a lot of funding has been flowing into them. And now it feels up in the air whether the return on investment is going to come back. One of the differences here is now there isn't a specific person we can blame. There are multiple companies, and there's incentive for a new company to arise if one of them falls. So, in this sense, there's kind of a hydra that has replaced the attention towards speculation about AI. If you specifically are more interested in finance, then I would recommend learning more about physics and psychology. The point of this video is that if you want to stabilize your own business, then you can kind of look at the context of AI like it is a flood, and the arc that you can build is figuring out how to remain buoyant in the context where there will be water. If your business benefits from Gemini, ChatGPT, Grok, and Claude, but doesn't rely on any of them, then you can remain buoyant. Also, if your goal is to genuinely make sure the people who you work with get their needs met, it isn't always going to require money, especially if the people you work with are generally down to earth and generally humble. One of the ways that you can get this started is by meeting hundreds of people on TikTok and figuring out which ones you mesh the best with. Form a consistent rhythm and then gradually introduce people who you've known for a long time and people you've known for a short time, and oscillate between layers of consistency, trust, and wonder. You can also form other groups that might be more speculative. Your time is yours. Every Wednesday is RPG Wednesday, and throughout the week, I read deep research reports generated by Gemini and ChatGPT. Then, a few dozen people sometimes spectate, many of them increment characters that they've been developing. And for some, this is purely entertainment. For others, this is educational. And for others, this helps with professional development. I can't always afford ChatGPT or Gemini or Midjourney or Grok. Well, there are free versions of them. The versions that I find the most useful tend to be the reason why I pay for these services. Either way, because I can't always afford them, I have been practicing navigating around that. I've been honing this specific practice for 3 years with ChatGPT. Throughout this time, I've been making videos like this where I improvise in front of a camera, and this is an amount of human time that I've invested into this ecosystem. So now on TikTok, there are thousands of videos that are roughly similar to this one that you can learn from. I know my ecosystem has gotten multiple people hired, and I have created incentives for companies to hire more people who understand how to navigate the structures that I've described. I have already described these for free, so I would recommend spending some time. You can watch a more concise presentation of my videos on YouTube. Or you can hire me for a consultation and I can point you to specific resources that can get you up and running pretty quickly. Cheers.